on, Brandon.
Take a shot.
Baby, you know what I always say? First of all, this is the OG Broncnutz 719 West. You know what I always say? Never score more points than you want to win by. And the game yesterday in the 52-80 in Denver worked out just perfect for Bronco maniacs all over the world because we love doing them bitches Raiders dirty like that and sending you to 0-2 back down to the basement. Want to give a shout out to all the Raiders fans here on YouTube. I only watch videos from 3 video makers, Raider Ben, Matty on a Mission, and Watch Raider. I like you guys' stuff. Everybody else, I find you boring and unentertaining. But the Raiders, again, can't play. I mean, look, if there's a league out there somewhere that it's only a 30-minute league, you guys should consider going to that league because, I mean, I'd root for you. I think you do real well in a 30-minute league. Your team don't play 60 minutes, and you got yesterday out-coached by our second-year coach, Vance Johnson. That's the facts. Chucky cost you this game. You had bad clock management, bad use of your timeouts. You had a defensive captain getting 15 yards unsportsmanlike penalty calls because you're arguing with the referees. He was predictable with his play calling. Meanwhile, on the other side, we got 7 rookies in the game, dicing you guys up on the field and put together a fourth quarter drive because you guys aren't in shape and you're taking this Mile High magic in this Mile High stadium and the altitude and throwing it by the wayside and don't think it's a real thing. It's a real thing. It's hard to win in Mile High Stadium. Now, I ain't going to go over all the why we won the game, why the Raiders lost the game. The Raiders feel like that they gave one away. Well, we feel the same way. We feel it should never even came down to that last field goal with 6 seconds left on the clock to send you bitches to the basement in the first place because we threw a pick in the red zone. We had receivers like Demaryius Thomas that are making, you know, top 5 money, dropping crucial third down conversions on the sidelines to get us in field goal range in pressure situations. We've played terrible football for 2 weeks in a row and have still found a way to win the game. I like Case Keenum's fight. I like his toughness. I like how he rallies this team and never quits, and that's why the Broncos are 2-0 on top of the AFC West, and y'all are in the basement with the door locked and the key thrown away like I told you was going to happen the second that you traded Khalil Mack. Because had you had Mack yesterday, probably would have won the game. Mack's probably worth a point. But then again, we probably would have wanted to score more points against you guys, so who knows how it would have worked out. Just happy that the Broncos are 2-0. We got Baltimore coming up this week. Going to be a tough game for us on the road, but we're going to enjoy this one. We're going to enjoy this win because that stadium went absolutely ape shit when that field goal went through. And, I mean, there was beer and popcorn and stuff flying all over the place when you looked around. Broncos fans were excited. There were some fights during the game because Raiders fans, you know, they were winning that whole first half and talking a lot of noise. And then when the Broncos fans started giving it back to them, they got their little feelings hurt and got their asses tossed out of the game. Derek Carr played one of the best football games I've ever seen him play. He was like 29 of 32 for, I don't know, a couple 300 yards, somewhere in there. A lot of it was short underneath passes. He hooked up with Amari Cooper a lot. That's because we were overcompensating, covering the tight end Cook, who was such a factor in the Monday night game against the Rams. But that being said, the ball hardly ever touches the ground yesterday when it leaves Derek Carr's hands. He plays one of the best games I've ever seen, and it's still not enough to win the game. That's why I'm saying I think this guy is a good quarterback. I really do think Derek Carr is a good quarterback. I've said he's one of the next great ones. I think he's got all the skills. I question Carr's toughness. I really do. And I question Carr's ability to just will his team to victory like the great ones have done, like the Elways, Marinos, Montanas. Because since he signed his contract, he's got a losing record. Now, as a Broncos fan, I'm happy that we won this game yesterday and we're 2-0. I'm also not happy with the way we played, with the way our defense played in the first half particularly. But in the second half, you know, we made some adjustments in the locker room at halftime. And then we came out, had 4 straight scoring drives. You failed to get us to punt. And that's the reason why you lost the game. In the fourth quarter, we had your defensive line gassed. We had them running up and down the field breathing hard because they're old and slow like I told you they were, while we're young and good like I told you we were in the pregame video. Nobody wanted to believe me, but it's the truth. I know you got some young players on your team. Look, if you had a draft this year and you had a draft last year, you probably have at least 8 players that are first or second year pros on every single team. We got 7 guys that are rookies making an impact on the field against a division opponent in a pressure situation. Tim Patrick has enough heads up to get out of bounds to give us a chance to kick the field goal with 6 seconds left. Great win by the Broncos. Great win by the Broncos, because at the end of the day, the only thing that matters is just win the game. It don't matter how you win, just win. Because it's hard to get wins in this league. No matter if you're playing the worst team in the NFL or division rival, it's hard to get wins in the NFL. I'm just happy the Broncos are off to this type of start. Now, we haven't done anything yet. I'm not crowning the Broncos anything. I mean, we're not even the best team in the AFC West yet. But I think we have potential to be a really good football team, because this team's different than the one we saw last year and the year before. Those two teams, if we were down in the fourth quarter, we had no chance of making a fourth quarter comeback, and here we've done it 2 weeks in a row. That's because we don't have rookie kick returners fumbling the punts. We got a line that can give Case Keenum some time. I think you saw that. You only got to him 1 time. He had plenty of time to throw the ball. He was back there dicing you up not only with Emmanuel Sanders, but rookie wide receivers, Tim Patrick and Courtland Sutton. And just like I told you it was going to happen. And then, you know, number 30, Philip Lindsay, undrafted free agent, comes here to Denver, has gotten 200-yard games, and comes out of nowhere, runs 4.3 speed. He's shifty. He's hard to tackle. He's going to be around our backfield for a minute. But happy the Broncos are off to this 2-0 start. This was a good win for us. It's always a tough win when you're playing any division opponent. No matter what the records are, you can chuck them out the windows. The Broncos and Raiders have been an epic battle for decades, and it'll continue to go on that way. But, you know, hey, I told you all we're going to be in the basement. I told you you're going to be in a rebuilding phase at the bottom of the barrel, that your coach is going to get just absolutely murdered in the press on Monday morning, and all those things are going to happen. I can't wait to turn on TV and watch it all, I'll tell you the truth. Chucky cost you this game. He's out of touch with what's going on. He was too predictable. On that 4th and inches call that you gave to Marshawn, when we stopped at the whole stadium, everybody knew he was getting the ball. And you're going to do that against this good defensive line? That's non-creative. Meanwhile, our coach is calling quarterback sprint draws for touchdowns on 4th down and running naked bootlegs to pick up 3rd downs with our quarterback when nobody expects it. That's creative, aggressive play calling. Other teams in the NFL now have a blueprint of how to beat you. Come out and run the no-huddle offense in the second half. When we get you running up and down that field, your guys were gassed, man. They couldn't get any pressure on the quarterback, and that's inevitably what helped us win the game. I'm not going to, get too high on this, and I don't think the Raiders should get too low on this. I mean, look, there's 16 games in the season. You guys are only 2.5 games out of the lead. Yes, way to go, Broncos. This is the OG Broncnutz. 719 West Raiders 0-2. Get your ass back to the basement, bitches!
Got a fresh line up, get fresh out there, but I had a parking lot on smash. Plus I got a Chevy with a 454 in the hood. That bitch got 125 on the dash.